It is believed that upwards of 90% of Americans are suffering from poor metabolic health. Now, what does that mean? That means that any number of issues could be with blood sugar, high A1C, high triglycerides, high blood pressure, high BMI, could BMI over 30, is a problem. And in addition to this, about 75% of Americans aren't getting adequate amounts of exercise. It's that adequate is only 150 minutes per week. So what can we do? What big rocks can we focus on to really move the needle on metabolic health? You could start prioritizing your protein. So that means eating 30 to 50 grams of protein per meal. And then start a strength training program, because muscle mass, skeletal muscle, is your metabolic sink for glucose disposal, better insulin sensitivity. You handle those carbohydrates better. So really getting serious about a strength training program, even just 2 times a week, is apparently all you need to do to start growing some muscle. Hydration, so important. I see it in my practice all the time that people are chronically dehydrated and not drinking enough water. So drink half your body weight in ounces at a bare minimum. Add 8 ounces for every cup of coffee and another 16 to 20 for every hour of exercise. It's a lot more water than you think. I like to add electrolytes to my water so that I'm absorbing the water better. What else can we do? So food timing is important, and certain studies have shown that people have better insulin sensitivity if they eat earlier in the day. So having an adequate protein-rich breakfast, but also finishing and completing dinner earlier and not having these late night meals at 9 o'clock at night and then trying to go to bed 2 hours later. So if you move up your meal timing and have an early bird dinner, then you'll be more insulin sensitive and you'll also sleep better. Sleep is critical for metabolic health, and that means you need to get adequate amounts of sleep. It is said 7 to 8 hours. Now, some people do function on less. I don't, but try to get adequate sleep. If you're in that season of life where it's tricky, then focus on other of the big rocks. Getting step count up is huge. There is enormous data now about the issues with being sedentary, so-called sitting. Sitting is the new smoking. Really just getting adequate step count is huge, hugely important for energy expenditure and food utilization and better digestion. Even just walking 10 minutes after a meal improves your blood glucose by 25%. So these are just some of the big rocks that you can really focus on to move your needle. Now, I think it's important for people to consider practicing 80-20. I'm not dogmatic in any way about anything. I personally aim to follow a low carb diet, but sometimes I don't. I carb cycle. And there are other folks that are, all the way down the rabbit hole with being ultra low carb. I don't feel good doing that. So, and it's not realistic for a lot of people. So you have to have a lifestyle that is sustainable and healthy for you. The easiest thing to do without is junk food, is just highly palatable, high processed food. If you get rid of that, and then you occasionally go out to dinner and have a dessert or share a dessert, this is not the end of the world. So if you mostly do the right things and you don't beat yourself up for enjoying yourself once in a while, and then it doesn't lead to like some crazy spiraling down a rabbit hole, then it's totally fine. 80-20 is a wonderful thing to practice. If you have bigger goals, I'm not really talking to you. You may have to be a little stricter than 80-20, but 80-20 is a wonderful maintenance place to be to stay metabolically healthy. My name is Christina Hess. I'm a licensed dietitian nutritionist. If you like this content and you want to see more of it, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you for the next one.